So in this video, I'm going to discuss how to establish goals for the year. I have a system that I like to use. I know there are several systems out there, and I actually use a system that's sort of a culmination of a few different ones. But I'm going to walk you through my method of how I do it. This video is about establishing your goals for the year. And in this video, what I'm going to do is walk you through my goals for the year, and perhaps you can take that and apply it to how you're going to establish your goals for this year. It doesn't have to be this year, it can be really any time, but this is a system that I've sort of built over the past, 8 to 10 years, and I've modified along the way, and this is the system that I'm using this year. So right now I have 3 different tiers. The first one is personal. This is things like, so I have 3 different tiers. So I have 3 different tiers. There's personal, professional, and there's habits. The first one is personal. This is things like your health, your spiritual life, your family life, your friendships, your relationships, things like that. Things you want to accomplish outside of work, outside of that 8-hour period of the day where you're devoting yourself to professional work. We have a different set for that. This is where you do that in the personal goals. And this can be anything from knocking things off your bucket list to, going out to lunch with somebody once a week, things like that. So the next one we have is professional goals. These are metrics like how much money I want to make this year, what kind of clients I want to get, how many new clients do I want to get, what do I want to do on Instagram, things like that. This is professional goals for the year. The last one are habits. Now, yes, some of these habits are going to be implemented into the personal and professional goals, but I like to write them down so that I know what to do every single day to help me reach those personal goals and those professional goals. So yeah, the third tier is actually sort of a bite-sized chunk of the first 2, the personal and the professional goals. But seeing those habits written down and knowing what I have to do every day helps me accomplish those other 2 tiers. So let's break it down. Here's what I'm doing for my personal goals this year. I picked 3 only because I've been doing this for a while. I suggest if you're new to goal setting, pick 1. I picked 3 because generally what I try to do is I do 90-day sprints on goals. I do the quarter system. I don't always accomplish it every quarter, but I try to do one of these things and focus on it for 3 months, for 90 days to get it done, especially in the professional section. So I'm going to break down, and here's 3 personal goals that I want to get done this year. The first one is to buy a minivan. I know we're going to be buying a minivan. I never thought I would say this. I never thought I'd be a minivan owner, but we have another kid on the way. I already have 2. This will be my 3rd kid. And we looked at other options for SUVs and things like that. And we got to, we drive a lot because we live out in the country. We don't drive a lot, but when we do drive, we have to drive a long way. And we like to do things with all of us. And right now, the minivan just seems like the best option. Regardless, I gotta buy a vehicle this year, so I gotta save up money to do that because we'd like to pay cash for all of our vehicles, and so we can own it flat out and not have to pay a note. So that's something I do this year, probably before April, because that's when our kid is due. The next thing that I'm actually focused on right now is to lose 15 pounds. I drank a little bit too much beer, ate a little too much chips and salsa over the holidays, and right now I'm focusing on that. I'm working out pretty much every day. I'm a little too old to do it every day now. My bones are a little creaky, but I'll work out at least 3 to 4 times a week. And I've been watching what I'm eating. Right now I'm actually in a fasting season. Every January I do this for about 21 days where I just eat nothing but vegetables 1 to 2 times a day. I haven't eaten yet today. It's almost noon. I'm going to go work out, and then I'm going to eat a light salad. And tonight I'll probably roast some vegetables or something like that. So I do this for 21 days, just kind of cleanse my system of all the junk and all the addictions that I've formed over the holidays. And the third thing to do is to simplify my stuff some more. So a few years back, we moved out here to the country, and we actually inherited from my father who passed away. And there was just a bunch of stuff around in the yard. It's 5 acres, and over the years, he just accumulated a lot of stuff. And some of that stuff is still out here. We've made it quite the progress on it, but I still want to get the rest of it off the property and make this really a place that's ours and that feels like it's our home, and get rid of some more of the stuff that's been accumulated. So I want to simplify the yard. I want to make our house start to feel more a place of peace and calm, and that's inviting and warm. That's actually on my 5-year plan, but I want to start on that this year. So my next goals are my professional goals. Now these are the ones that really excite me, because I have quite a few this year. I actually have 4 of these. One I want to focus on each quarter, and they will bleed into other quarters as well. But each quarter I'm going to focus on one and go gung ho, and then hopefully keep that going throughout the year. So the first one is to launch a freelance course. That's right. I want to launch a course that teaches you all about freelance. I want to the first one is to launch a course that teaches all about freelancing. That's mindset, money, how to get clients, how to spend your time in your off hours, all that stuff. I want to launch this course, and I want to make some money from it, because why not? I'm going to put all this work into it. I want to see if I can actually make some money for it. So I want to get into the passive income game a little more. I've been spending the past 4 years working my tail off, doing freelance work, and I've enjoyed it. And now I want to try something else. I want to do something that's a little more organic and a little bit more like this, just passive income, creating a course, teaching people. I found this real passion for teaching other people. The second one is to create a YouTube video every week of this year. Now, obviously, this isn't a quarter system thing, but I am planning on batching these videos, shoot these once a month, and release them throughout the month. I'm going to try. I'd be happy if I only did half of that, so 24 videos for the entire year, or whatever half of 52 is. 21 videos for an entire year. And also, my third goal is to launch a marketing company or an agency in my niche. A little bit more solid launch. I've done launches in the past, and they've sort of just fluttered away. And this year, I actually want to solidly focus on targeting an audience and getting more clients in that audience. Yeah, and the last one is actually to gain a client in that niche. That would be a big win for me, to actually focus on targeting one specific sector and then getting a client from that. I think that would be a good goal to get. So that's my 4 professional goals this year. Some of these sort of bleed into other things too. And now we're going to jump into my last tier, which is the habits. And a lot of these, like I said, go into the personal and they go into the professional, but there's something that reminds me every single day to work towards those bigger goals. So the first one is to cut sugar. I want to cut sugar. It is bad for the body. It tastes really delicious on the tongue, and your brain loves it, but it's terrible. It's an addiction that I wanted to cut, and I'm going to cut it this year. I do want to enjoy it. It'd be obviously, I'm going to take the kids out for ice cream. Why not get an ice cream, once a month? But I don't want to have to depend on sugar every day, to feel satisfied. So I'm currently doing that now with this fast. I'm cleaning out all this junk. So cut sugar is a habit that I want to do this year. No sugar. I want to write and post content daily, and I'm doing that right now on my Instagram and LinkedIn to really start forming the habit of sharing what I've been learning over the past 10 years, and to build an audience, if I'm honest, so that we can, whenever this course does launch, people want to go and buy it, and really just start engaging more and getting to love social media. For the longest time, I've been resisting it because I don't like certain aspects of it, but I need to form and change my mind about that, and I want to find some joy in sharing what I do. And the next one is help one person a day. This could be anywhere. This could be in the physical, it could be in the digital space. But I want to help one person a day because I've started doing that recently, especially towards the end of 2020. I found that helping somebody, one person a day, is actually really good for the soul. And yeah, I want to just foster that habit a bit more. I want to water that well a bit more so that my soul gets that feel, and yeah, and it brings joy to me. It really does. So that's sort of my goals for the year, and you can kind of see how you can break it down with your own goals. I would suggest doing one goal at a time for now, and I wouldn't even worry about it for the year. Just do it for a quarter, do it for 3 months. Go all in on each of these things, whether it's to lose some weight, try it for 90 days. Whether it's, to find a new client, try it for 90 days. Go and email one person a day for 90 days. You'll be shocked as to what will come of that. And the third one is habits. As I mentioned, what are you going to do every day? That emailing someone every day is a new habit you need to form. Make sure you write that down and you look over it every single day. So what I do, I actually look over these every single day to remind myself what my goals are for this year. And those are the big ones. So I'm actually going to back up a little bit. One of my other professional goals for this year is to actually establish Cam the Man King as a brand. And I'm doing that through all my Instagram content, through this YouTube page, through IGTV, and on LinkedIn to really set myself up as a professional and as an authority in the freelance space and creativity space. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of this. If you did, please share below. Please share what you've learned below and in the comments. Please share with another creative who might learn something from this. And if you have any questions about goal setting, about more of my process, just do not hesitate to reach out to me, email me, write in the comments, DM me, whatever you got to do. And I appreciate you guys watching this, and I'll talk to you soon. And I appreciate you guys watching this, and I'll see you around.